everybody. PCP. Hi, it's me, Gib.
Hello.
This is the Pro Crastinators podcast. We're here with Ben and no one else.
PCP. If indeed such a thing exists. Hey. Fuck. I just heard a beep in my headphones. I'm gonna filibuster for like 30 seconds while I plug my headphones in and try and kill some time. Before where I'm talking, before I can
do that.
Before I can. Okay, I can hear you again. Okay, I'm back. Good. Podcast works. So yeah, this is the PCP, the Procrastinators podcast, assuming such a thing exists as of right now.
The channel's been destroyed.
The channel's been destroyed. It's gone.
Yet again.
Yeah, yet again and nobody knows why. No reason given.
No reason given. I mean, that's part of the course. If you're given a reason, it's probably like a bad thing.
Yeah.
Like they're actually paying attention, like they are trying to kill you for real. But because they're doing their general thing of like, you're just gone.
Yeah.
So like submit like a thing, like fine. I guess we'll be back in some amount of weeks. Until then, I guess this will be on mine or Ben's channel, I guess.
Or maybe not. Maybe we won't be back in a matter of weeks. We just don't know. God, I'm like nervous about uploading it. I'm like nervous that if we upload this, they'll like take punitive action against wherever it's uploaded.
Why would they do that?
I mean, I just don't know. I mean, that's what they did like when Mumkey got deleted, right? They just like deleted all the new channels he started to make.
Right.
Yeah.
They also stopped doing that. I think that was because Mumkey was being investigated for a specific reason. Like, oh, he's making school shooters real again. Like, oh, he's the cause of it all. It's like that was like a strange thread they were following. I don't think anything like that has got anything to do with us. I think it's just one of the generic something or others happened, and YouTube did not actually check to see if it was valid or not, and they just said, yeah, gone. Yeah. It's a bit weird, though, because it's like, it wasn't a strike, it was just like termination immediately.
There was no strike, just the channel is gone at about 4:30 in the morning. And then when you look, it says it's a terms of service violation, and there's a little like form email saying, should I read what the form email says?
If it's got no info that's important.
No. Let's see. It said something about like illegal activity, like encouraging illegal activity. Or where was the other thing? There's the other thing. Here, YouTube account notification. We'd like to inform you we've received a complaint regarding your YouTube account, the Pro Crastinators. Upon review, we've determined that the activity in your account violates our terms of service, linked to the terms of service. As a result, we've terminated your account. We don't allow content that encourages illegal activities or incites users to violate YouTube's guidelines. The only depictions of such activities that we may allow need to be educational or documentary in nature, and shouldn't be designed to help or encourage others to imitate them. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, so I read that.
Wait. Like... You are prohibited. You are prohibited from accessing, possessing, or creating any other YouTube accounts. I missed this part before, but it says that at the bottom. What the fuck? That's insane. Yikes.
I mean, when they say you, they don't know that this is a shared channel. Like, do they just mean Nate or what? What
I
could
don't
that
know.
action, how could they take action on that? Like, if I posted this into one of my channels.
Well, but...
Like, I'm not the Procrastinators.
Well, but here's... Okay, I guess what makes me nervous is, like, they say here, you are not allowed to make new YouTube channels or own other YouTube channels. If we upload some content that is clearly meant for this channel, then that... I don't know. I don't think it's likely that anyone would, like, notice, but I think that would be considered, like, we're getting around YouTube guidelines and they might take punitive action. It seems plausible. That seems plausible to me. that they would punish us for the same no reason that they've given here.
Okay.
It
Well,
encourages illegal. I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if this is specific to like our complaint. This encourages illegal activities or incites users to violate YouTube guideline. That sounds like it was chosen specifically or auto-generated specifically based on what our crime was. I don't know that,
yeah,
but it seems specific.
It said we received a report, right?
Oh, well,
Or reports.
you're right. It said we've received a complaint regarding your YouTube account.
Right.
Upon
so,
review,
like,
we've
somebody,
determined blah blah
some
blah, and we don't allow
person-
correct. Yeah.
like, had issue with something that was said on one of the many videos on this channel. I'm gonna guess it's more recent. It could just be, like you were positing, it could be, like, a holdover from when Brad had the channel. But that was,
Maybe.
like, content ID strikes, so that would be something different.
Maybe.
But also, there were a few people who were, like, flagging the videos in an attempt to get Brad off our channel.
Yeah.
So that could also still be it. It's like we don't have any information. We're just gonna figure it out.
We don't know if we don't know when the complaint was filed. Could have been 2 months ago, 3 months ago. Don't know. We don't know what it was filed, what video it was filed in response to, how many of them there were. I mean, apparently they quote unquote followed up. Like apparently they quote unquote checked and agreed with whatever the complaint was, but I don't actually believe that any human being like looked and checked at all.
No, absolutely not.
No. It's fucked. It's very fucked.
Alright, if you're worried about like re-uploading, we can just put this out as an MP3. We have like an iTunes feed. We have a Procrastinators website. If until we know exactly what the fuck is going on, we can release this in non-YouTube areas.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. True. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. True. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. True. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, I know it's true and sure.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Okay, I'm sorry.
But yeah, the channel. I mean,
Nah.
My first thought was it was the stream we did.
Yes.
Where we talked a lot about killing cops in
yeah.
None of us advocate literal murder, obviously, but it could be taken like that if you don't have any understanding of like context.
To be honest, that was my first thought too. Is this about the charity BLM support stream? Which wouldn't that just be fucking amazing if that were what did it? I mean, wouldn't that be just
it would
typical?
It would be a great marketing ploy to get us back and say, "Oh, you think Black Lives don't matter, huh, YouTube?
Yeah.
Huh? Is that what you think?"
We don't, but they won't. They won't. We don't know. We don't know if that's.
We don't know.
I mean,
so like, if it's not that, there's no reason to go down that path of like accusing YouTube of something they're not doing. That's just gonna make us look stupid.
Inciting. What was the description? Inciting something or encouraging illegal activities or inciting users to violate YouTube guidelines. I mean, that seems like maybe that would count. Maybe someone thought it was terrorism. Thinks that like it's like an Antifa terrorist stream or something.
I mean, it wouldn't be that surprising.
No.
They see Antifa and they think, "Oh, it's bad."
Yeah, well, the stream didn't
like,
say Antifa. I mean, I might have like joked about it in the stream or something. It wasn't like
Antifa, BLM. I mean, some people think BLM is a terrorism.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I guess if I had to bet, I would say that it was probably that stream, which is fucking amazing. And like obviously should not have been flagged with such a thing. But we just don't know. Nate has supposedly appealed the suspension, which they gave you the option here to do. He didn't. I kind of wish I could have seen what he submitted. Oh well. What
It's probably just the same sort of stuff he posted the last time with the Brad thing. It's like, just as much information as you can, please. Could you get back to us as soon as possible? You know, email shit.
I don't know if they're. I don't really trust Nate to like be on top of this. I mean, maybe.
You don't?
Well,
I trust him to be on top of like administrative email shit.
I
mean, this is important for him as well. This channel is obviously a thing.
It is, but like he was pretty. I guess it worked out in the end last time, but he was pretty lackadaisical about like how many like he didn't want to make tweets about like the channel getting hacked for like a week last time. I don't know.
Yeah, I still don't really understand why. Like something about like keeping his feed for the audience like clean, but it's like I don't know.
Clean of what?
I don't know, irrelevant things.
I don't know either. So that's all I mean. That's all I mean when I say that. We should
I mean, we can do the tweeting ourselves.
We can do the tweeting. We can do the tweeting ourselves.
But like, there's, lol. PCP's dead.
PCP's...
Nobody even shows up. This is just us. I was so hype. Like not hype as in like a good, just sort of like getting like adrenaline, thinking like, oh, it's just gonna be me. It was gonna be me until 2 minutes before it was like the cutoff point when Ben appeared.
I'm sorry.
And I was thinking, oh, okay, I'm gonna be doing the thing myself. Okay, I'll and I was revving myself up.
I'm sorry.
I was gonna have a whole spiel about like the PCP is just me
Sucks.
now.
Yeah.
Everyone, like I don't expect. Like, you were the only one I would have expected to show up. Tom isn't on that much. Munchie is never on. Digi is very rarely on. Jesse is very rarely on.
Yeah.
And that's it.
It's just me. It's you. I would say I'm more often than you are. Right? Would you agree with that?
I guess. I don't really pay too much close attention to that.
You're like usually on. I'm usually on. I'm almost always on. At least on the normal episodes. Nate is never not here. Like that's wild to me. That's wild to me that he's not here. When's the last time he's missed an episode?
It was a while ago.
What's he fucking doing?
I think it was a similar thing to this where I was here and then you were here and then I think Nate came in late and or maybe Jesse came in. I can't remember.
I feel like there was one time when I was in your position and poised to be the only one on an episode, and I was like, "Ooh, what am I gonna do? What is this episode gonna be about?" Yeah,
one of these days it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
and it's gonna be a historic moment, and it's gonna be really funny.
That'll be the straw that broke the camel's back. Nobody shows up. We've been dwindling, and I don't know why. I genuinely do not understand why more people don't feel like they ought to be here regularly.
I mean, I see why they don't. It's like Digi only comes on when she has something she wants to talk about.
Sure.
And you know, she doesn't like just casual chat. I mean, she did, but now she does that with May. And that was like when May appeared. Did you just stop talking to us a lot?
You think so? I don't know. It's been so long. I don't know if I even remember what that was like before.
Well, I mean, back in the old days when we were all cool, we would talk in the PCP chat so much that every single day it would be like a fucking wave, like 10 hours of like discussion that I would wake up to and I'd scroll through it, give my thoughts at the bottom. Now I do that in other Discords. The PCP chat is sort of completely dead, and it's not a bad thing, really. It's just that there's not a lot of discussion going on between us.
I mean, yeah, there's less. It's not that we never do that. It's gotten more rare though. I mean, it's definitely more rare than it used to be. I don't know if I would call like May showing up the reason why it went from like more talking to less talking. I don't know if there was like a hard
not like entirely, just Digi specifically.
Yeah. I guess so. I guess that's probably true. Man.
And, you know, Munchie wants to focus on school. Jesse just wants to be away from the internet entirely. It's
Yeah.
like people have reasons.
I mean, you don't have. I don't understand the wanting to be away from the internet thing. You don't have to like look at the comments or anything. You can just show up and record an episode and then leave, and like that's fine. It takes like 2 hours out of your week. I don't know. I just don't know what everyone's thinking.
What went wrong?
It makes sense to me. To me,
right.
it's obvious I should be here, and so I do. I can't empathize with other people's perspectives. That's a symptom of autism, they say.
Yes.
So there you go.
So to save this podcast being about itself, I have a topic.
Okay.
I am fucking terribly fucking exhausted arguing politics in the social media areas that I frequent.
Yeah.
It is a dreadful slog, and I see now why people are so angry. It's not because they think other people are the devil. It's just that the small minutia of like getting someone to, getting to the same page, like getting to level 1 with someone is so fucking taxing because everybody is distrusting and antagonistic towards everyone else.
Yeah.
Everyone assumes so much of your position based on what the talking points are. They consolidate your, if you're saying a leftist thing and a moderate is like, I don't believe that leftists are good because of these various instances of leftism being bad.
Right.
Therefore, I am going to ascribe all of that bad stuff to you, and I'm not going to trust anything you say, and I'm going to assume that you are going to be the worst kind of person.
Yes.
And they just don't read the thing I'm talking about. They don't read the words that come out of my mouth. And it makes it so fucking difficult to just converse. People always talk about, let's just have a discussion, but they don't want to even consider the idea that the person they're talking to is not the worst type. It could be quite a nuanced person. It could be like one of the good ones you could be talking to right now. But if you just go into it expecting to hate them, then you will. And I will hate you back. And I'm so fucking tired of trying to be the mediator, the moderate man that gets people to talk to each other. I can't do it anymore. I quit.
I got really mad at my roommate yesterday, and I yelled at him, and I was a big jerk because I was kind of doing that. I don't know. He said we were having like a discussion about cops, and he said one thing that was a little like he wasn't even being pro cop. That would be wrong to say. He said like one thing about it that I didn't agree with, and I like really lost my cool and made an idiot of myself. Lamau, very funny, very very epic.
No, it's not funny or epic, Ben. You're a bad man.
It's true.
You gotta rein it in. You gotta be like, that's the problem. Is that it's so much less taxing to go crazy and ballistic and just let whatever reaction comes to you immediately be the one that you go with, rather than holding yourself back, thinking about it, and then approaching, with more neutral terminology. Because it just wears down on you if you talk to everyone like that. Everything becomes a long, drawn-out fucking...
Everyone says, Ben, instead of getting mad and being insulting, why don't you just, like, engage with them? Why don't you just, like, be nice and, like, show them they're wrong? Why don't you show them politely demonstrate how incorrect they are? Like, that's not really hard and like, taxing to do. Like really like annoying and difficult, and doesn't work most of the time, even no matter how well you do it. Anytime I don't do that, it's because I'm just not willing. I'm just not willing to do that, to put that work in for someone I don't think deserves it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard.
I don't know really what like direction to take. Either I just stay silent on issues and just let people do whatever so that I don't wear myself out, or I let myself get mad and respond to people like, no, you're so fucking stupid. I'm not even going to talk to you. Like, I don't want to say that. I don't want to be the guy that does that.
No, I
sometimes
do
it
that,
feels
and
like
everyone hates me.
Yeah, so it's like I don't want to. Nobody wants to be a Ben Sane.
No, nobody does. Take my heed my warning, Ebenezer. These chains These chains were forged in life. Yeah. Be nice, kids.
And that goes for both sides.
Sure,
like
yeah.
a person on the right who assumes that because I'm not on the right or I'm on the left or whatever. I mean, such broad terms, but like generally speaking, they will assume that I am like a social justice warrior out to get a gotcha moment. And
Right.
but for me to assume that they assume that before they've shown their hand would also be wrong. I need to like engage with people normally and see if they do things that are like, okay, he's bad faith argumenting right now. And sometimes I try to push through because a lot of the time you can't tell the difference between, you know, someone who's legitimately only thought about it a little bit and they're just asking legitimate, honest, like sincere questions about stuff. Like they've heard a thing and they're like, I'm not quite sure about this thing. And if you attack them, they're gonna have a bad experience with you. And it's like, it's just, you gotta handle everything. You gotta walk around so many fucking eggshells. And then some of these eggs, they're not eggshells, they're just rotten eggs. Sometimes you step on rotten eggs and eggshells.
You know,
and it's like you can't win sometimes. It sucks.
You know, it's a little related. Have you followed any of the shit that has gone down around J.K. Rowling this week?
I followed it vaguely. I know that she is what you would describe as a TERF.
Lamau.
And but I can't, like, off the top of my head, remember what she'd said about things. I've seen you responding to tweets from that guy.
That guy, what a guy. What reminds me, what you were just saying reminds me of is that, all right, so, I mean, I guess we can go over what happens if you think it's interesting to mention, but like, Rowling says like turfy stuff. Rowling says like trans people are, you know, in so many words, trans women are just like perverted men with a vagina fetish who want to jerk off in bathrooms. Like, let's cut to the fucking chase. That's what she's saying. That's the effect of all her words combined. So she says this, and then everyone in... Oh, did I just do it? I really don't think that's a straw man. I understand that like maybe it might seem like I'm complaining about people like making assumptions about what I actually mean and straw manning me. I don't think that's what I'm doing. Genuinely, I think that's what she's getting at. So she says all this stuff that amounts to that basically, and then you show up and you criticize that, or you criticize someone who agrees with it, right? Like this fucking loser. Graham Linham. Linham. I think it's pronounced Linham, but I don't know. Glinner. You criticize him or something. You innocently ask him, why did your wife divorce you, Graham? Why tell us why your wife divorced you? Because in your heart you know that it's because he's like a weird obsessed Twitter turf troll and like is just like a weird jerk, and like of course you would divorce him if you had like a fucking brain.
Yeah, I mean, you say innocently us, but you know that you're poking and prodding him to see how he'll react. It's sort of like a jokester,
innocent question that anyone would want to know the answer to. Could have happened. Could come up in any casual conversation. Totally reasonable, and everyone is just like. It's amazing. It's amazing how instantly it's like, another loser incel guy who hates women. They like cannot. It's these dweeby guys, and even more so, it's these Karens. It's these white Karens who will descend and will respond like, this guy, haha. Look how he hates women. It's like because you're criticizing JK or someone as a like that's it. That's all it takes. They don't need to justify it at all. They can't conceive. They can't conceive that anyone would be here voicing any dissenting opinion unless you just thought that women were bad and they shouldn't be allowed to talk. If you think J.K. Rowling is wrong about anything, the only possible reason would be that you are a misogynist.
I don't know whether it's literally that. I think it's more that J.K. Rowling is framing whatever she's talking about as,
as like a women's thing.
What I'm saying
Maybe.
is a feminist women thing. And if you're against that position, then you hate women.
If you believe, direct quote from J.K. Rowling, quote, if you think that trans women are women, you are saying that quote, that natal women, natal women, quote unquote, you want them to be molested in bathrooms, jerked off over in locking rooms by creepy men who are just pretending, who just went through all the trouble of getting like HRT and like an ID change and a legal name change and all that shit. They're in there just to jerk it, right? That's the only reason they would be. And
direct quote, huh?
Direct, yeah. This is what she said. She said, "I am J.K. Rowling, and you
and this is how I type.
Are a rapist by proxy, comma SJWs, comma Ben Saint. You." That's what she said. And that's it. And that's it. I hate J.K. Rowling. She is bad. She's always been bad. Everyone knows that she fucking poops her pants on Twitter like every other month by saying some dumb shit that everyone hates about Harry Potter or about fucking genders shit. So, just another in a long and very epic line of that kind of thing. And then this fucking guy Graham Linham is just like, oh my god, someone more famous than me is also a fucking piece of shit, just like me. That makes me look better in comparison. I'm on this. Oh my god, people disagree with it. Look how many fucking bigots there are that hate women. I'm gonna fucking come. And he's HIV positive, is what I'm saying. What?
Is that true?
Yeah. That's probably why. That's probably why his wife divorced him.
Laughing at you if you're saying
that's probably why his wife divorced him. Honestly, it's probably because he was HIV positive. Because from the brain damage he gave himself from like jerking off.
That's kind of mean of her to do.
From like jerking off and eating poop. He gave himself brain damage and got AIDS. I know, it's sad. It's sad. It's sad but true. And I won't turn away from reality.
You'd think a writer would be able to write good tweets.
You might think so. Graham is very unfunny. Graham is very unfunny and cringe. Yeah, this is like supposedly a comedian.
What did he write? I think I recognize one of the things he wrote.
The one everyone knows was the IT Crowd, which I've never seen.
Oh, yeah, that's funny.
He didn't
co-wrote it, didn't he?
He co-created it. He didn't co-write it. At least that's not what... I mean, maybe he did that too. I don't know. Wikipedia says he co-created it. Whatever that means.
So he's an ideas guy?
I don't know. Could be. I guess... I guess...
Did you see that all three of the main cast of Harry Potter, Rupert Grint, Emma Watson, Daniel Radcliffe, they said trans rights, trans lives matter.
Fuck
trans
off, Joe.
Is good.
Fuck off, Joe. Get fucked.
So they said, J.K. Rowling died.
Dude,
they said which is pretty cool.
The uniformity with which those people step in line and claim to sincerely believe that someone saying J.K. Rowling can suck my dick is a threat of oral rape. They all say it. They all love it. They think it's totally reasonable to say something like, "Oh, J.K. Rowling's getting oral rape threats just because she said that sex is real and women are real." That's why people threatened her, quote unquote, threatened her with oral rape by saying J.K. Rowling can suck my dick. Inexcusable. Unfathomable.
I mean, it's the reductionist argument. It's like the consolidation of everything into one point that you can easily tweet. Is hell. It's the thing that is destroying our society. Destroy Twitter.
I would invite anyone. I would invite anyone, if you're bored and you want to see if I'm right, just respond with something really mean to Graham Linham. Just say like something. Just say the worst thing you can. Like, just try and make him cry. Because if you win an argument if you make somebody cry. Just say anything to him that you think would hurt his feelings, right? And just like wait how long until someone says that that you hate women or something like that, right? Any of the things I've just described, right? That you're like an abusive, woman-hating, like toxic man, but also an SJW snowflake. Or something. Lamau.
I mean, it's funny in this context.
And I'm talking about doing this only in Minecraft, obviously.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is true. Obviously, guys.
Ben Saint, I think I'm worried about you, Ben.
Yeah.
I'm worried about you. I'm worried about where you're headed. Where your head's at.
I think
you might be a danger to yourselves and the people around
I'm
you.
headed to fucking the end to fight the Ender Dragon in Minecraft. I got my Ender Pearls.
No, you don't understand.
And
you haven't been playing Minecraft. You've been in a coma.
No, that's not true.
You're actually Nate. No, wake up, Nate.
No,
it's time to wake up.
They added the dragon and the end and the withers, and these are new. These are all things. They didn't exist before, but now they've been here for years. And I'm playing Minecraft. Okay. All right. Boy, oh fucking boy. Oh yeah, anyway, I did see that all the kids, what are they, like 40 now? Well, now.
No, they're like our age.
They're like 100 now. God, they're so old. God.
They're like 30, they're like 28.
Can you believe that like Luna Lovegood, the actress, is like a grandma now? Feel old yet? I saw Daniel Radcliffe's response, and I have seen pictures of Emma Watson saying trans rights stuff before. I didn't see
Rupert Grint.
I didn't see Rupert Grint's response, but that's really funny that all three do. Dude, everybody fucking hates her. Everybody fucking hates her. Except for like weirdos like Glinner and Karen's. Like a couple of like it's like the same like older white women that you might see like on Twitter, like responding to, blue wave Democrats who respond to Trump tweets by spelling his name lowercase t, uppercase r, lowercase urmp, or whatever, or urmp, there's just like a certain subset. There's just a certain subset of human female.
It's just like the older you get, the progression points, the progressiveness points. The progressiveness points, they have a half-life, and the older you get, the less powerful and the less of them you have. You can only put them into so many things. These people, they've gotten to the point where like feminism is good and like maybe gay marriage is good and things like that.
They don't have
trans. Excuse me, that's a little too far.
They don't have any more.
I don't have any profession points left.
They don't have any more points to allocate. Their supply is dwindling as we speak. Pretty soon they're gonna have to choose between like gay rights and feminism. Like they're gonna have to lose one or the other. They just don't have the stamina juice to sustain both. It's like flexing a muscle. Believing in rights is like flexing a muscle. You can't do it indefinitely.
Yeah, it's like to some extent it's understandable, but thank God Grandma does not have a Twitter account.
Well, they do now. That's who these people are.
They're getting to the age where they will be grandmas. Like. The whole thing with like, oh, grandparents, they occasionally say the N-word and something like a little bit of a, that's a little
bit of a racism there, grandma,
that's
grandpa,
a little bit of a,
Nana.
of the times remark. But they say it at like Christmas and Thanksgiving and like family gatherings. They say it in their own home. You never see them. Unless you do, and even then,
you only see him.
You
only see him at Christmas and Thanksgiving, and everyone agrees we don't talk about it when Grandma says the N-word. We're just gonna keep going. Gonna keep barreling on through to the other side.
And it's just imagine if all the grandmas and grandpas had Twitter accounts and were engaging in all of these conversations along with everyone else.
They do, and the grandpas all have pictures of their dogs, or themselves wearing sunglasses, or the American flag.
I guess they do. It's just not as many.
And grandmas all have themselves wearing masks or
I think
something.
the thing to do is to do a Facebook and change Twitter into like the young version of Twitter, which is better, and let the old people take Twitter and ruin it like they did with Facebook. I mean, Facebook is fine, I guess. It's just sort of
we can't just keep losing ground.
thing.
We can't just keep surrendering more and more territory. We have to take a stand.
No, we got to innovate. Like the whole idea of innovation is to make sure old people don't know what the fuck is going on, so we can sneakily plot their mass genocide.
Whoa. You're tossing around the G word, are we now? That's the kind of thing that gets your channel banned from YouTube.
Oh no, YouTube, I'm so sorry. I won't kill you.
I'm so sorry. Oh, please let us have our channel back, Mr. YouTube man, Mr. Susan Wojcicki, Mr. Man,
Wojcicki.
sir, please. Oh, sorry.
I mean,
I don't believe that autogynephilic men masquerading as women should be invading natal women's spaces. Lamau. That's what you sound like, I mean, Twitter. Die.
It's like I don't want old people to die. I just know that I don't like anything they have to say.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
It's just an unfortunate, like, you're too old to pay attention to what is happening. And even if you did, you would have really stupid old-fashioned takes because you're set in your ways because you're old. And that's just how it is. That's what human life is.
If you didn't want to die, you shouldn't have let yourself get old enough to start being wrong. I'm sorry. That's just the way these things work. It's the way of the world, the master of the universe, laws of the universe. Hey,
yeah.
If you feel like speculating, I'm thinking, because we don't know if it was the Black Lives Matter charity stream that got us flagged. Seems plausible, right. But we can't know for sure. Do you think, honestly, there was anything we said on there that was like what were the terms again? Encouraging illegal activities or inciting users to violate YouTube's guidelines.
I mean, encouraging illegal activities, as in, like, encouraging rioting, I guess. Like looting. Saying looting is based if it's against Walmart, like, things like that.
I just feel like that's not that spicy a take. And I know that I've seen other YouTubers put out videos who are in support of BLM and who think that the rioting who support that, right? Because they think it all... Like, it's all, riot is the voice of the unheard or whatever, right? Like, is that it? Do you have to be just like no riot is ever legitimate? Is that the implication here? If that's what it is? I mean, I guess it would probably either be that we were not 100% critical of the rioting, or like joking about killing cops. Now I looked at the terms of service. Well, again, this says encouraging illegal activities or inciting users to violate the YouTube's guidelines. So it doesn't imply. I mean, it's sort of. I mean, it does say that we violated the terms of service, but the way that we did that was by encouraging an illegal activity or inciting users to violate guidelines, and so that's really weird. That's very weird phrasing. And I looked at the guidelines, and the guidelines do include you're not allowed to say certain things about groups of people. You're not allowed to compare a group of people to animals. You're not allowed to call them subhuman, which I guess you could maybe argue that we did. If we called cops pigs or whatever or something, or said cops are bastards, maybe. But the groups that you're not allowed to say that, it doesn't say a job. It does say that based on a certain caste, whatever that means. Is being a cop being a member of the cop caste? I don't know. So if you construed it that way, maybe you could say that. But the wording those words in there are clearly designed that it's like meant to like what it's meant to prevent is like racist speech, like, you know, saying nasty shit about like black people, right? Not about fucking cops, right? So if that were what did it, it would obviously have been like taken out of the spirit of what the rule was meant to do.
I guess. I mean, I think the most likely thing, if it was a report on that stream, is that somebody said that we said something that was maybe a joke.
Yeah.
But it, you know, and then the YouTube bot skimmed through it, found the words, and said, "Oh, they did say that," and obviously doesn't realize that jokes exist, and so
maybe
the report plus like just grabbing the transcript led to that. But I mean, I don't know. I don't really want to assume that that's exactly what's happening.
I'm trying not to jump to any conclusions. I just, you know, we both independently were like, is that why? Is that what did it? I mean, I've seen people saying, what have I seen? I've seen people saying, maybe it was naughty, edgy things we've said that got flagged. Maybe it was, you know, because like maybe it was like the fact that like Mumkey is banned and he's on certain videos on our channel.
I don't buy that at all.
I don't. I think that's
has his own channel back up and he's doing things.
Yeah,
like, that can't be it.
I mean, I wouldn't say can't. Like, obviously that shouldn't happen, but like, it seems like a stretch, but it doesn't seem like 100% impossible that YouTube would just be that stupid about it. But it's probably not it. I think that one's a long shot. I mean, we didn't get banned, or it didn't get banned when we did the BLM stream, the charity stream. By the way, we fucking did a fucking charity fundraiser and we get fucking kicked off YouTube. It wasn't that, or it wasn't right when we uploaded it. It was after the latest episode, which I guess makes me think that it was something on the episode that went up, and I don't remember what we talked about in that episode.
I can't remember exactly either. I mean, we have the MP3. We could go through it. A couple hours.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
I guess I don't want to.
Even if we like figure out exactly what it was, it doesn't mean the channel is going to come back any quicker.
Yeah, even if we thought we could identify, like, oh, that must be what it was. Oh, clearly it was clearly. I don't think there will be a moment where it's like, oh, I see. This is exactly what we said. That was an unambiguous terms of service violation. There you go. Bam. Problem, mystery solved. No, it's not. What do we gain? Nothing. Right. So, boy, I'm frustrated. I'm fucking frustrated about all this.
All things?
Yeah. But you know what's good? Is that it looks like
What?
Tom has made a lot of progress getting ready to start shipping out backer rewards.
That is good. I like seeing those piles of merch.
That's pretty cool. You know,
how's things on your end? How's the many list of Ben Saint things that has to come out?
You know, I was well, I think I mentioned last week that Nexus did complete his Vaporette, and I have it. Oh, and I was gonna like, I was gonna like tweet about him. So I was gonna make a tweet and like, hey guys, here's another like artist highlight for a guest artist.
Yeah, you should do that.
I should do that, but now everything's fucking falling apart. Oh, I can't possibly now. It's just not the time.
It's just one tweet.
No. I have to keep my eyes on the prize. No, but I will do that at some point. Kazzy says hers is almost done. Actually, she messaged me just like right before the stream started, or this podcast started, to say like it's almost done, Lamau, which is cool. Jade said she was gonna maybe get it done this week, but I think she's like at camp or I forget. She told me she was going somewhere for a little while, so I guess she's missed the opportunity. It's fine. It's fine. And then
I'm just curious about like why to go somewhere during the pandemic.
I don't remember. I probably shouldn't read out what she said. She said she was going somewhere and was going to try and have it done before she left, which was the end of last week, but the week has ended and it didn't work. But whatever. So Gazzy says she's almost done. So if she finishes soon, that'll be 4 out of 6. And then Munchie says he is working on it. He says he's working on it every day, which okay. I don't know how close he is.
How many pages are all these guys doing?
How many were?
I don't remember how many I
Yours
did.
was like what, like 6 pages, 5?
Yeah, it wasn't
like
that much.
I mean, Nexus's is longer than that. Munchie's is shorter. Well, no, maybe it's similar. I don't know. I don't actually know how many pages. I think that Jade's was maybe a little longer than yours, and Kazzy's was also longer. They're a little longer than like the 2-page ones from last time. So I mean, they're a little more substantial. The book is gonna be like half Vaporette content, I think, or pretty close to it. So I mean, they're doing work.
How about the RCK pins?
Those I have God, really frustrating. So the pins I have, I actually have samples of 6 of them. I think I have the Podrin, I have the map, I have not Endless War, I have Slime Corp, I have the Slime Heart, I have the Lord of Ghosts, and am I missing one? I don't know. I have samples of those here right now, and they are producing. I just told them to produce samples of the last like 18 models, so they are making samples of a bunch more right now. They're gonna send them to me. It's gonna be pretty good. I will make like last minute color adjustments when I see how they look in person. So the pins coming along really good. The patches, the other company I found that makes patches, the woman I'm talking to is so fucking frustrating. She's so useless. I hate her. Like she made the sample the patches, and like they looked pretty good. I had a couple of like things, and I was like, "Hey, could you change this? Could you change this?" But they look really good. I was really happy with them. And she's so difficult. Like I make like really simple requests. I'm like, "Hey, what colors did you use?" And like she will take like 2 days to get back to me, and she'll answer with like something unrelated, and I'll be like, "I just want to know what color. Please tell me what colors you use." And I'll have to ask multiple times, or like, "Okay, can I see a picture of what the threads look like so I can compare colors?" And like, again, like it's like a 50-50 chance whether she will actually like answer the question I'm asking, or like do the thing that I want her to do to help me make this fucking order. She's so dumb, or like doesn't understand English, or just like lazy and doesn't want to like, I don't know what the problem is. Like I cannot tell. But she's so awful, and yet I have to fucking deal with her because I've already paid for the patches to be made. They've already designed them. We're doing this. There's just like, I literally just have to pick out. The only thing I have to do before they make another round of the things is like, I just ask, show me the colors, please. I'm very polite. I'm very polite when I deal with her. Just please show me what the colors look like so I can pick which ones. And she's like, okay. That was like 3 days ago. I hate her. I fucking hate her. Jesus Christ. So that's what's going on with that. I went on Fiverr and I paid somebody to make a vector out of the slime coin design. It looks pretty good. I spent a while like fucking around with it after. I don't know. It's like little parts of it are like a little bit off center, and I feel like it's small enough that it wouldn't matter if I had it made right now. I don't think anyone would notice, but I can notice that like the border is like not entirely uniform in thickness, but it's like it'd be really hard. I'd have to like move everything around in relation to each other to get it. And it's like, why couldn't you have just done it 100%? Why couldn't you have just done it perfectly? Probably because she was some girl from Pakistan and I paid her like $20. But still, I guess you get what you pay for. And now I'm probably gonna have to like, if I'm to be satisfied with the final product, I'm going to have to spend an eternity fucking around with infinite tiny little like nodes and points in fucking Inkscape. Get that friggin' vector exactly how I want it. What else am I fucking doing? What am I talking about?
We're talking about stuff. Your other lecture.
Oh, that was right. the other thing, actually, God, I really wish this thing with the channel didn't happen, because I had just look. It's fine. I'll continue. I'll continue as I was. I had just finally kicked myself in the ass enough to get back to like doing the Slime and Punishment finale. I had finished the story. I had finished laying out the storyboard, right? Like to which was a necessary step in doing it, which I hadn't completed yet. I had just kind of done little bits and pieces here. I have the storyboard laid out now, and I have started making assets for it again. I haven't started putting shots together again. I need assets. So I'm making assets, and so I'm doing that partially because I am not going to release the Chris Chan 102 until Slime and Punishment finale is out. So yeah, so me getting that done is like a prerequisite to me getting the Slime and Punishment or the thing out. The lecture itself is like mostly edited. There's some stuff I need to add to it, but it's like mostly it's cut together, not 100%. And like there were some things I wanted to do with it a little bit above and beyond. Just like you know, the pretty bare bones editing that I did with the other one. So you know, it's that's gonna happen after the finale, which I would have been working on a lot more in the past day if this fucking news about the channel had not come to light and divided my attention pretty heavily. But it's okay. It's fine. I'll get back to it.
Damn. So you got like a whole bunch of irons in that fire.
Dude,
a huge amount.
I keep thinking about how many fucking irons I got and how they all distract me from one another, and I'm just so fucking bad. I'm just so fucking. It's so fucking dumb. I've destroyed my life by not having everything done. The fact that there are things that I haven't finished. I won't go through the list. I've gone through the list a bunch of times in various places. I hate it. I hate that there are things that I started that aren't done. It's so fucking like draining. It saps my energy constantly. I will receive a passive buff. I'll receive a passive buff to my life as soon as the Slime and Punishment finale is done, because it will be one more thing that I can remove from my thought process that drains my mental stamina constantly, knowing that the promise was made that it would be done and I haven't delivered yet. My IQ will just raise by 10 points spontaneously. Promise. If you think I'm stupid, I'm not. That's why. That's the reason. It's not my fault.
It definitely sucks to have a bunch of things hanging over your head. I mean, that's why I've made I guess not a habit, but I've like made
Who?
Me.
Oh.
Me.
Okay.
I have made a habit of like cutting projects off. Like it's difficult to just do one thing. Like you're always gonna have other ideas distracting you while you're working on one thing.
Yeah.
Which is why for the past this year is like just like figuring out how to make myself do one thing so that it's done. Lord of Ghosts was that pretty successful. But it's I've just realized I'm about to talk about art problems. Gary Hackett, fuck you. I don't like you. You piece of shit, you little chode.
For anyone wondering, Gary Hackett commented. He commented on like why can't wait. What was it like? Can't wait till Gibbs starts talking about he can't focus on his art or whatever. Yeah. And I was like, why is this about him? Why is this not about me? This is like describes me. This would be more appropriate to be said about me. I don't get it. But it was funny.
Yeah.
Well,
so I was thinking, I shouldn't talk about that next time, but you forced my hand, Ben. Now I'm talking about
That's fine. That's good. That's good.
But yeah, I was having, because like with the Lord of Ghosts, I had done the sketching and dialogue well before I was drawing it and inking it and finishing the pages and releasing them. So what the work was entirely just sort of like workhorse work. I didn't need to think, I just needed to do it.
Yeah.
And so solving that problem was quite easy, really. It's just a matter of focusing your arm, your energy. But you don't need to think.
I have something to say about
and
so
yeah.
Did you find it easier to work on like after the sketch was done and you just had to go in and do the mindless work of like inking it, basically shading it?
Yes.
When I did the vapors or vapors 1 and 2, I sketched and then I inked, right? And I did it like I sketched it all out first and then I went back and inked it. And I hated that because the inking was like so mindless. It was really boring and I got like I got very little satisfaction from it. Like every time I finished inking a page, it was like I hadn't really made anything. I had just done like some mindless busy work, just some shit that's like required of me to, to make this thing technically done, even though like in my mind it had already been done before. I say that, but then with like Vapors 3 and Champion Chapter 1, I didn't do that. I didn't pre-sketch it. I sketched and then inked each page eventually, which like broke up the like more satisfying creative work of like laying out the page and like sketching the page and like and doing all that. But like it was harder. It was more satisfying work to do that, but it's also way harder. So, the end result is that both went very slowly and I suck. Lamau.
Yeah. Lol. It's just sort of
lol.
I mean, for me, the sketches were very basic, very bare bones, and to ink them makes them appear real. And I'm like, wow, I'm actually good at drawing, I guess. So it was like more of appealing to look at once it was inked, and I was like, the after that shading, it was just sort of like I don't know, fill tool gray here and here. I don't know, fucking know.
Lol. Yeah, my sketches for like those when I've done sketches like that, sketch the page out first. Mine are pretty basic too, but I still feel like that's when I've already when I've done the sketch, unless I've left a lot of shit out, like I've already translated the idea has already come out of my brain and onto the page. Like there it is. Like to my eye, like it's there already. And I know that like it's not done, but like I feel like I don't know. That's the like yeah.
I get that feeling when I'm putting dialogue in. Like I've already written it in a screenplay way, and now I'm deciding where to put the speech bubble in the panel.
Oh.
And I'm like, and then I sketch it like when I'm sketching, like just sort of scribble the words in so that I can see like roughly how much space it would need to write all of those words.
I forget if we've talked about this before. Do you like write out a script before you start sketching?
For Lord of Ghosts, which is really the only one I've done any sort of planning on, yes. I wrote an entire screenplay of the dialogue. When it came down to doing the page layout, I based it off of those, like the things that the conversation requires happen. But when it comes to actually typing it up, I would tweak a few things if I felt like the delivery was sort of weird and not cool enough, or just sort of wording could have been improved. But the focus of each speech bubble stayed the same.
I have never done like a script treatment before. I will have like well, I mean, I guess I wrote out the scripts for the Vaporettes that the guest artists then, you and the other guest artists then, like, I guess followed or whatever for the actual drawing. My comics, I've never done a script treatment before drawing. I will have like, I might have, the most I might have is like notes. Even then, I don't really do notes because like I know what the story is. Like if it's a short story, and I've never really drawn like a protracted comic with like a really like long. Well, for Champion, I did have notes about like what like, but like whatever. For the other things, I don't usually have notes or anything about what it is. I'll just know what the story is. I know like what the basic beats are, and I'll have like scenes in my head, and I'll just draw it out, and like I'll have an idea like if there's gonna be dialogue at a moment. and then like I won't know what it's gonna be, but I'll draw it. I'll just think of like, okay, I guess they'll have to do this, and I guess he or she will say something. And I'll know like the idea that they want to say, but not exactly what they're saying. I'll draw it out. I'll like include their mouth being open, leave space for a bubble, and then I'll like it'll be done, and I'll go back in and be like, okay, I know the idea she's expressing. How exactly do I word it? Like, how exactly would she say it? Let me figure out the exact words. I guess it's like that. No, that's stupid. No, that's stupid. That. Okay, done. Cringe. Move on. Don't think about it anymore.
I mean, the way I was thinking when I did this screenplay, it was like, screenplay as in like it includes like direction, like character moves here, grabs thing, throws thing.
Yeah.
We see a shot of this, we pan over it, like as if it was a film.
Mm-hmm.
So I can like base the panel layout off of that. Like I know what needs to be shown as well as who needs to be saying what.
Mm-hmm.
But when I write a dialogue scene, if it like ends in a punchline, I'm thinking in my head, like I have some sort of a vision of what the panel layout needs to look like in order to deliver this punchline, or if it's a really cool thing, like it zooms up, like a close up of their mouth, and they say "fuck you," like some sort of thing like that, like silhouetted against an explosion, and they say a one-liner. Like in my head, I imagine visually what that speech, that thing they say would be set against, but I don't need to sketch it. Yeah. When it comes to sketching, I sometimes find that I'm not good enough at drawing to sketch the cool thing, so I have to like come up with something else.
Sure. I've been there. Do you ever, when you're like writing out a script, when you're coming up with the story, do you like see it? Does it appear? How does it appear to you in your mind when you're like conceiving it? When it's the form it takes for me is generally an image or like a sequence of images, and then I'll be like, okay, that'll happen. That image happens. That image happens. That image happens, and then the actual process of making the comic is like just kind of making it up as I go along. Of like thinking like, all right, so to get the characters into the situation where that first image happens, like what would they have to do? Okay, I guess they do this and this and this and this and this and this, and okay, then it happens, done. Okay, and then to get to the next one, it's like, okay, well I guess they got to do this and this and say that and this and do this and this and this, and then okay, there it is, there it happens again, right? Yeah,
it's like thinking in keyframes or key scenes, like you know the big moments that you want to explain, and they need to be set up. So or like going from point A to point B, they need to, like if they're in one location, you can just cut to another location, but sometimes you want to have a few panels to buffer it if it needs, like you know, you'll get a feel for how it needs to look while you're sketching.
Yeah.
But a lot of the time, if I have two cool moments and in between them, I'm not exactly sure how they get to the other cool moment. I just know that they need to exposit something before the next action scene. I sometimes leave the sketch a little too loose, and I find that is that's caught me in a few places where I've ended up having to like come up with something while I'm lining it rather than sketching it, which is difficult.
Like a background?
Not really just a background. I mean, sometimes a background because I'm just like, it's buildings there. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
But the like a transitional phase from one area to another. I'm not sure exactly. Sometimes like
yeah.
I feel
it's like
it's just it's difficult. It's difficult trying to like because you don't imagine in your mind the mundane panels that don't really leave much of an impact. You always think of the coolest moments.
Yeah. I think that sometimes making a story like that is just a matter of finding any excuse just to move the story towards where you want to go. So like, and sometimes it's okay. I know I've done it to just be like, whatever, just have someone say something, just justify it in any way. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's bullshit. We just gotta get this wherever we're going as fast as possible. Make it as as efficient as possible, and just get it there. Just stop drawing. You don't like draw. Make it so that you have to draw as few panels as possible.
That is, I mean, it didn't end up being a low amount of panels.
No,
it's still a lot. But like chapter 2 of Lord of Ghosts, where he's like traveling from being in the ocean to getting to the endless mud and all that.
Yeah.
I knew that because RCK is like the Grand Canyon of slime.
Mm-hmm.
It means he would need to go through that slime sea and then end up somewhere else on the other side of the Grand Canyon, and from there. He needs to travel across the ocean, because in my mind it was just like, it's just like the Earth. It's just real life.
Mm-hmm.
It's just is exactly the same as the Earth, but like with weird shit in it. So I knew that he needed to go from somewhere in the Grand Canyon to the east coast of America and then cross the ocean.
Yes.
Which is why I had the cow town and then the sea train.
Mm-hmm.
But like, in those locations, I didn't really have anything for Lord of Ghosts to do. I just saw, let's put a cowboy in here. They say something like, we don't like monsters around here, and they fucking shoot him. It's like, oh my god, I'm being shot at, and he runs. Like, and it's just it's an excuse for a little comedy, but I also need to explain in my head, it needs to be explained how he gets from one side of the slime sea to another side of the planet.
I really think that I think it's underrated how much of like successful storytelling or making any kind of narrative content is about like how little can I get away with showing without losing it, without losing anything as I like progress the action from A to B. I think that's just good. It's just good storytelling to cut out cruft, and it makes it easier too. And it makes you able to like tell more of the story you're trying to tell. The more efficiently you can move the action along.
The best thing to do is to have like the world, because people love building worlds. You build the world as completely as you possibly can. You think of the absolute history of every location if you really feel like going in that in depth. Such that when you come to deciding what to show from that world, you don't need to make shit up. Everything's already there. You just need to show it.
Yeah.
You've built a world, now just film what's happening in it. And the thing you're showing is like, it can be very brief. You don't need to explain what's going on in the world. You can leave it to people's imaginations to fill in. But if you know, then it's easier for you to structure everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you've if you've got a really fleshed out idea of the world, then like that can kind of, I don't know, I guess that can answer questions. Like if you're thinking like, what happens between here and there? Well, I know this exists. Maybe that's what happens. Yeah, maybe that's what you see.
Because you can tell sometimes where things are just made up out of nothing. They come out of the author's ass. They're just like, then this happens.
Yeah.
And the reason you can tell is that because there's nothing possible that could have indicated that this was the case. Like it's a common thing in One Piece where like it's not so much that Oda deliberately puts things in One Piece knowing that he will use them later, but he knows so much about the world he's created that he can pick and choose lots of things that he's already shown, like as mundane objects in the background, to become things that are relevant later. And then people look back and they're like, oh my god, it's a rich tapestry.
I think that, there's the architect and the gardener, right? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's the Stephen
like...
King, George R.R. Martin conversation.
Yeah, I guess so.
There was that's where I heard it, on YouTube.
I haven't, maybe. I think I might have heard the two of them compared like that at some point. I feel like Oda does the gardener thing where like he will come up with some like weird device to just like enable whatever he wants to have happen, like the dials or whatever in a cloud zone. My favorite Sonic the Hedgehog level, Skypiea, and then.
Oh yeah.
If he'll just come up with that because it enables like all like Usopp to do all these weird combat things and like Is an excuse for like long distance communication in a place without. No, they have Dendenmushi. That's not right. Whatever. It enables all these weird things to happen. He'll just have this idea for like, what if these things had these weird properties? Like that would be cool. And then he'll just kind of go with it. And that'll be and if he wants, he'll bring them back later. Like because dials are like a pretty like versatile concept, and like I guess because of that, he can just bring them back and like make them show up later. Like maybe later Usopp puts them in his fucking slingshot or whatever. They do a thing. I feel like he's doing the gardening thing there, where he is just kind of making shit up as he goes along. But then he's grown so many fruits and veggies in his garden that he can then like has a big stockpile of them too. Like he can take any of those seeds, you see, to continue the metaphor, that he's already cultivated and replant them for next year's harvest. I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, it's beneficial for him as well, because it's like One Piece is just anything you could think of. There's an island about it.
Yeah.
There's everything can exist. That's kind of what I want to do. Is just to have like everything that I could think of that's really cool is all in the same universe. There's they can all interact. Pump will meet everyone at some point.
It's all in C197, dude. It's all in C197. The dimensional merge is coming.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Anyway, what I was talking about with regards to working was that with the sketches of Lord of Ghosts, it was easy to figure out how to get myself
you're cutting
in a
out a
focusing
little bit,
mood,
and I haven't really heard like half of what you've been saying. Could you start over?
My robot?
For me, sorry viewers, I don't know if it was your connection or my headphones, but yeah, I missed a lot of that. Sorry.
Well, the way to solve the problem of working on things without needing to think is just minimize distraction, lower your expected dopamine levels so that you're not constantly craving a certain amount of entertainment every day. And you can barrel through it, and it's quite easy. But when I'm doing this Tezuka manga thing, it is a different feeling of work. You can't sit down at a 9 to 5 and come up with ideas. It doesn't really exactly work the same way.
No.
You can get yourself in a good situation, but coming up with creative ideas, like, so that it's difficult, and it's a different process, and I need to figure out how to best make a situation where I can like thrive creatively. So that I can have that as my creative way to do things, and then my other way that I've already figured out as the production way.
You've seen that John Cleese lecture, right, about creativity?
I have.
Yeah.
I need to rewatch it because I keep forgetting. I know that there's like the open and closed state, the playful mind, and the analytical mind, or whatever he says.
Yeah.
But I forget how to best get into the playful mind thing. Because I've tried like, maybe if I just drink some alcohol, that'll loosen my inhibitions.
No.
Loosen my inhibitions just a little bit, because and then once my inhibitions are loosened, I'm not going to worry so much about the things I do. So I would just write stuff, and even if it's shit, I'll do it anyway, and then I can look at it later and decide what is good and bad. That's not the stupid idea.
Very stupid.
But it didn't really work.
Very stupid.
No.
It doesn't work.
I think
not for me anyway.
I think as a concept, like lowering your inhibitions is a good way to get into a playful mindset where you just do things. It doesn't even matter. Just do them.
Yeah.
However you can get to that.
You talked in the Money Spenders podcast about how like you get into that when you're like really tired. And I commented like, hey, me too. Yeah, when I get really tired, my inhibitions are lowered, and sometimes I'll just like draw a thing or write a thing because I'm too stupid not to do it. Lamau.
It's like you've got to lobotomize yourself. You've got to become the stupidest motherfucker so that everything you do you do everything, rather. You just do anything that comes to mind. And then after that, you have a whole list, a whole big like spread of things that you've come up with. 90% of them are going to suck, but at least you will be able to like see, okay, that doesn't work, that doesn't work, that doesn't work, that doesn't work, that doesn't work. That has potential. Keep that, and then you just do that over and over again until you have like a pile of like, it's like panning for gold.
Mm-hmm.
Get a whole lot of dirt, and eventually you'll find a tiny little nugget,
Yeah, yeah.
But you gotta move a whole lot of dirt before you can find those.
That's exactly right. I like that analogy. So, yo, not to sorry, not to distract, and we don't have to harp on this. But did you see John Cleese's stupid ass shit on Twitter? It's speaking of John
No.
Cleese. John Cleese. I mean, he did it in that stupid like centrist way, but he was basically like what? He was basically anti tearing down statues. He's been saying like, the Romans practiced slavery, the Greeks practiced slavery. Why don't we tear down statues of Greeks and Romans? Like, that's not fucking smooth as shit.
Yeah, that's
That
a take
sucks.
that is uninformed.
That sucks ass, dude. Very disappointing coming from a cool dude, a pretty overall. I think a pretty cool dude like Johnny Boy.
Honestly, yeah, I mean,
Bummer.
it's not a major infraction. It's just
not
sort
a
of like
it's not a major
he doesn't
infraction,
think.
but it's very cringe, and I expected better of him. You know,
Yeah, he does have old man brain now.
he does, but you know, he's pretty fucking old in that lecture. Isn't like in that lecture that thing he says like I'm very old and I'll soon be dead, and that's like fucking 15 years old, or maybe not that old, but like it's pretty old. Like, yeah, geez, funny stuff. Oh no, mortality. Help. Oh god, I'm afraid.
Gotta immortalize yourself in your creations real quick.
Yeah, I guess in the absence of any better options, I'd better get on that. Boy.
I have gotten to a point where am I a robot again for you?
For like a second you were, but you're fine now.
Yeah, I saw the thing go red. I have gotten to a point where I have a full outline of the comic, and I want to go over it, and maybe, I don't know, ask people what they think. I might ask you what you think. It's fine. It's just sort of like a lot of what's cool about it is coming through in my head, and I'm aware of the. An outline doesn't really explain enough for a person to really get what's going on. You need to expand on each of the points and explain it in depth. And at some point, you might end up writing a book. So like that's the point where you don't do that, and you instead start sketching, because that's not what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I've gotten to a point where I think I have something that is, it's doable.
Oh, for Tezuka, you're talking about Tezuka.
The Tezuka
okay,
thing.
right, yeah.
Clarissa Gunsmoke.
Right.
I don't know whether Gunsmoke is a good last name, but that's the first name I came up with, and I can't think of anything
Isn't
better.
Gunsmoke, and this is not to say that no, it's not a good name, but Gunsmoke is the name of a show, right? Like an old TV show?
Maybe. Yeah, actually, I think it is.
Yeah. I'm not familiar, but I've heard the name. But like, that's fine. I think Clarissa Gunsmoke is a perfectly good name. It's very evocative. I didn't I don't know. You probably don't want to give any spoilers. Otherwise, I would ask, like, give us some tidbits. What's the story about? Does she fuck?
No.
Does she fuck, though?
No, she doesn't fuck. Just because she's a woman doesn't mean she's a sex object, Ben Saint.
Does Clarissa... Would you describe Clarissa Gunsmoke as having big old mommy milkers?
No.
No? Damn. All right. Well, I will be.
She may be a cowgirl, but that's not that's not what it means.
Consider yourself to have lost a fan today.
Nah, don't worry. Punk's doing that now.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Here's like some funny fucking insider scoop. Let me go to my OnlyFans page.
Right.
What was it? Oh yeah, Punk's bra size. You wanna learn Punk's bra size canon?
I do.
24G.
24G. That sounds weird. That's a really small number and a really big letter. Lamau.
Yeah. the letter is like the amount difference between like around the torso.
Yeah.
And then the bust.
Yeah.
And it's 24 because she's very small. She's like a tiny. I based it like a little bit off of the life-size punk plushie that I have. Like this is almost like a canon punk. I sized her up a bit, and I figured it out. I spent a few days because it's really confusing looking at bra sizes because that's just what I'd like to do. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that.
That's right. That's right. I googled it. I googled 24G. And
no human would actually have that.
It does not exist, unfortunately.
Everything starts at 30 or 32.
Let me see. Let's see a 32G. No, that doesn't look right. Okay, I don't think it exists. I don't think that. I'm not sure that exists either. Lamau. Disappointing. Well, maybe. Oh boy. All right.
Hey.
Viewer, hey, shut up. Hey, shut up a minute. Okay, cool. Sick. Yeah, check out our OnlyFans.
Check out Punk's
Exclusive.
OnlyFans. There's there.
How much does it cost to be an OnlyFan of Punk?
If you go to the OnlyFans, it is $5 a month, or you can go to my Patreon at patreon.com/giveandtake to get it for also $5.
Right, that's why I've seen it.
$5 per month.
That's why I've no, that's not why I've seen it because I don't patron you for $5. I patron you for $1.
Yeah,
only patron you for
gotta
$1.
You gotta up for $5.
Oh, maybe
$5 also gets you
will,
access to like sketches. I'm thinking of also doing like the screenplay I have.
Yo, I'll patron you for $5, and you patron me for $5, and then we'll have added $10 a month to the global economy.
True. That's just true.
Yeah, it is. It is true. That's how money works. Facts. What were you saying?
I forget. I think so. Oh yeah, Clarissa, you were asking me about Clarissa.
Right.
The gist is that she has a gun, and she's a cowgirl, and she rides into town, and something happens with the gun and Clarissa in the town. That's as much as I'm willing to give at the moment. There's obviously more to it, but I don't want to spoil until I feel like it's more robust and I can give like a cooler synopsis that is less like it has more to it, but also doesn't reveal anything.
Dude, that's pretty based. All right, I'm excited. You think you'll have it done on time?
Yeah, I mean, I've given myself till the end of June to get sketching done.
That's
which
what,
means
like
I've got like 2 weeks and a
little more.
And then depending on how many pages, it's gonna be like pretty. Like the maximum I can do is 55. I probably won't go that far, but I might. It depends. So I really need to figure out. First, I need to do like extremely rough sketch, like panel layout, like stick figures, no information at all, just so I can see how many pages it's going to take up if I do that. Just ballpark it. If it's extremely low, then I have room to expand things that maybe I rush. Like if I'm being conservative when I start sketching and I realize that it's only like 20 pages, I can go over it again, be more liberal, have more space. Maybe one of the pages can be like a big one panel person shot, something like that, or like a double page berserk spread sort of thing. But if it's like 60, 70, 80 pages, I need to cut it down, and that's the next step for me.
Yeah.
So figure out how much I can work with.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. So you don't know how long it's gonna be? You don't have do you have like a ballpark goal that you're shooting for?
I don't really. I mean, I don't have enough experience yet with how the amount of words or the amount of story translates into screenplay and then sketch.
Will it be in color?
So, be in color?
Yeah. Will it be in color?
The contest says it has to be in black and white.
Oh.
But I could easily make a color version later. I kind of want it to be in color because her hair is red.
Yeah,
and that's the cool thing.
She
has fiery red hair, like the completely red, not even a little bit of orange.
Dude, let me complain about the pins. I gave them the pixelated Redman design, and they kept the pixelation, but they smoothed out the outer like corner or the outer edge of it, so it's like a like round, ovoid like egg shape, smooth on the outside and crunchy on the inside, has the pixelated jagged edges. And I was like, no, you must fix this. This is unacceptable. It needs to be painful to the touch. And she said, we're on it, sir.
Oh, at least they said that.
Yeah, I think they'll fucking do it. They'll fucking do it. I'm paying money. I had to pay $900. I had to pay $900 to get the last like 18 the last 18 pins, like the molds created and a sample produced, and then them shipped. It was like $950 or $60 to get all that. So
fuck.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
But then the actual production of the thing will be like as 1 penny.
It'll be the place I found that I ended up going with is like, I think it's like 5 cents per one made, and we're gonna end up making like several thousand of them. So, whatever. It's not that bad. Well, because we went with a Chinese producer, we'll end up turning a profit, which we did not expect to when we originally planned it out and planned to go with a UK based manufacturer.
Epic.
It's pretty epic. Fuck. Oh no, I was gonna say. What was I gonna say? I just something popped into my head. Oh, about the about the Black Lives Matter charity stream, which maybe destroyed the Procrastinators channel. I don't know. Who knows? I guess I'm gonna have to wait until like channel ad revenue pays out for that, assuming we even get it at all now. But like, because I didn't want to wait, I already like paid out. Like people donated, including like Munchie, donated 50, and I said that I would pledge 50, and everyone else's pledges combined were like $702. So I went and just like pledged. I went and like donated $752 just out of my own money, just to before like waiting to like hopefully get that paid out from the channel and get Nate to send it to me. I sure hope we're still getting it. I mean. I think we should. I think we should because the Google account is not destroyed. Like the Google account that's linked to the AdSense account still exists. So I don't see why that money would not come through. If it doesn't, I guess I'm just personally out $750. Don't worry, everyone. Your donations went through. They might have I don't know. Hopefully they don't just come out of my pocket, Lamau. That would suck really hard. But we'll see. They've been donated already, Lamau.
That's a nightmare potential.
Yeah, a little. It's fine. It's okay. It's okay. I'm okay with whatever happens.
Well, shall we go to voicemails?
I guess we could go to voicemails. I feel. Was there one last thing? Was there any last thing that I wanted to bring up before we go? You know what? If I think of anything, I'll just fucking interrupt. Yeah, let's go to voicemails.
Okay. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5. There's 6, but one was for Digi, and Digi's not here.
Oh.
So
bummer.
Let me play.
Let them eat cake.
This is, I think, Chad Thundercock.
Nice.
I can't remember what he said, but his name's cool.
Remakes are based, and the original Demon Souls looked terrible.
That was it.
That sucks.
It was about the Demon Souls remake. I mean, it was mostly directed to Nate, who apparently didn't like the look of the Demon Souls remake. I thought it looked pretty cool, but I haven't looked too much into it.
I saw Matthew Matosis saying that he thought that like he didn't seem to be a fan of the look of the new one. I don't know. I haven't seen it. I haven't looked into it. I super do not care.
I just think that this voicemail is a little dumb idiot because
okay.
For saying that the original Demon Souls looks like shit or looks bad. No.
No.
That's all I gotta say.
No. No.
It looks great.
Matthew Matosis was saying
Everything old looks not new, you know?
Matthew Matosis was saying something about like, okay, I know there's like the jail part, and there's a part that's a jail with the mind flayers, and he was saying that like the remake seems to be have a lot of like extra detail in it, and he said that like it was like they added all this extra like detail, but in a way that makes it look sort of like ornamented and like fancy, but like it's not supposed to be a fancy place. It's supposed to be a very like drab and like utilitarian place, and he didn't like that, which sounds like a reasonable complaint to me. But I didn't actually see anything, and I've never played the game, so I don't know.
I've only seen the trailer. Oh, you haven't played the game? It's good.
I have not played. I've only played Dark Souls and part of Dark Souls 2 and a little bit of Bloodborne, and that's all the Soulsborne I've done.
Yeah, Demon Souls. The thing that is weird, like about Demon Souls, is that, graphically, whatever. It's an early PS3 game. They didn't have like a massive hit yet, so it's like certain things look a little cheap. But the atmosphere they created with Demon Souls is like the best of the entire series.
Yeah.
Like the feeling of the locations is just so perfectly crafted. That's why it's kind of almost my favorite.
Yeah.
So this guy's saying it looks like shit, you can go away. That's what you can do.
Cool. Alright. Fair enough. Oh, wait. I should say, we... I mean... Who knows if it'll ever exist again? But because we did free 3 people. We did pay the voice bail for 3 people in voice jail. So 3 of them are out on bail right now. This is lore. It was oops. Was it oh god. Oh no, I'm blanking on who it was. I know it was the Japanese man Yuta, who I guess was the first person we ever put in voice jail. It was
yeah, nobody could remember.
It was oh no. Who else got free? I don't remember. I don't even remember who's in voice jail.
We can't even go back and check.
I can't go back and check. I'm blanking. Hey, reply in the comments if you were there. Remind me of who got freed from who got their bail
looks
paid.
like we're just gonna have to lock them back up again.
Oh no, we can't now. How will we get them? How will we make sure they come back for their trial? We've lost our records. Hey, help us enforce our unjust, racist, legal codes and penalties in the comments. Remind me of who got fucking freed. I know it was Japanese man Yuta and 2 other people, and I genuinely forget who the other 2 were.
Well, wait, didn't you make an image?
What?
Didn't you save an image of like when you say you freed them? Like you had like a scratched off their name and it says free.
Yes.
Do you have that image still?
Oh, you know what? I fucking do. I'm so dumb. It was Mozilla Fennekin and a well-researched thesis. Yes, Mozilla.
There we go. So those have bail. They're out.
Bail has been posted. Still in there is lol pussies put here eating with spoons, who apparently is Teen CP under an alias. There's I'll Die Corporation, Oopsie Bobo, and Fuck Diebuster. Oh, and Lost Tape Archive are all still rightly in there. We're still profiting off of their slave labor, just as planned. This is why we made voice jail to begin with. Based. Okay, cool. Just wanted to clear any questions about that up. All right, sick. Next voicemail.
All right.
Yeah.
Next voicemail. This is from Donald Duck.
Nice.
So Donald Duck, what do you got to say?
I fucking hate the Procrastinators podcast. I don't even think it. Fuck you.
What?
He said, I fucking hate the Procrastinators podcast.
Oh.
And then he said something unintelligible, and then he quacked.
It's just like brackets unintelligible. Cool. Hey Donald, I'm really sorry you feel that way. Why don't you listen, join the team, become a patron, join the exclusive the Procrastinators Patreon Discord, get in there, start a conversation, help us grow the channel, help us know help us grow the channel the way you want to see it. What do you want to see? Let us know. Join the team, join the movement. That's how you can be constructive in this. Thank you for your input, and we love you. Mwah.
Yeah. Okay, this next one is called from Lecture Hacks.
Yeah.
It's a short one. Okay, go.
I have a relatively serious inquiry that I want you all to discuss. I am looking for some lecture tips and tricks. You know what I'm saying?
No.
One aspect that I want to ask you guys about is titling the lecture. You all seem to have a different way of doing it. So I was hoping you guys could maybe discuss your thoughts on that. Thanks.
Just title it whatever you think is funny, but also explains what it is. That's it. Everyone told me not to title the Jennifer Diane Wrights lecture. What did I end up titling it? It's like Jennifer Diane Wrights and the Birth of a Multiverse or something.
Yeah, something like that.
I just thought it was funny to give it a title that sounds like a freshman seminar course at like a liberal arts college. Like the class name is like this long like sentence. I just thought that was goofy. So I did it, and that's it. Was that SEO optimized? No, not really. But I didn't care.
Yeah, I mean, really, the subject matter is the most important thing.
If you wanted to like succeed and be found by the most people, then give it like a very utilitarian. Just like just make sure the title says what it's about, says that it's a lecture, and if you can fit like a funny, I don't know, put a lot of exclamation points in there. I don't know.
Yeah,
make it all caps.
Obviously, I was hoping there would be at least one other person who's done a lecture in here to answer this question. The Vriska lecture I think I called like Vriska Circuit 101, so like an introductory course to what Vriska Circuit is, which seems alright. Like what like the best character in how to appreciate the best character in Homestuck is like that'll get them. If somebody doesn't believe that, they'll be like, what? How could they do this? And then they click.
I mean,
but like
I don't know. To me, a title like that is interesting and like, what is this? Like, why would anybody make a video called this? I guess like we gotta check it out. So yeah, just like make it clear what it's about. Call it 101. I don't know. To me, just like calling it something 101 is just funny. It's just funny that there is a thing called like Sonichu 101 and it's a lecture. So I don't know. I could just lean into that, I guess. Or just come up with something else funny if you think you have the fucking chops for it, you dumb piece of shit. That's it.
Yeah, that's about it.
That's it.
We got one more. Classic. Sending us off on a high note. Riddle my ass, Batman.
Yeah. He's
parentheses,
back.
I recorded this drunk.
Oh no.
So get ready. Here we
go.
Just watch my friend's baby for 1 minute while I go get his bottle. Okay, Jerry. Elaine, I hear breast milk does wonders for the developing mind. Nice try, Jerry. Bye. Oh, hi, Kramer. Me, Junior. Bye, Elaine. Jerry, how you need your help with a shower speedrunning bet? Perfect. You have a tiny ball baby. Why do you need a tiny ball, mind you? Baby for your plan? Never mind that. I take the baby, you take the phone. Now on the count of 3, play my epic shower playlist music. Play the first song. We're about to make history, Jerry. We're about to make history, Jerry. Is it Kramer? Elaine's gonna be back soon. No time, Jerry. 1, 2, 3. Kramer, stop giving the baby a shower in my sink. Jerry, focus. We're losing valuable seconds. Oh, damn. The baby's pissing on me. It's pissing on me, Jerry. Jerry, sorry to barge in here.
Jerry.
But I need to make a speedrunning record right now so I can get laid. He's like, George, take off your clothes and piss and bathe in the baby's piss. Will that give me a speedrunning record?
No.
Yes. Well, I stooped low for sex. Hey, I'm back. What the hell is going on here? Done. Time? 1 minute. That's record. Martha, we can have sex. We can have sex. Why did George just run down the hall naked, drenched in piss? For sex, Elaine. for sex. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah.
Okay.
So,
So there it is.
so from what I understand, that is a new episode of Seinfeld about the shower,
About
the showering thing that happened last week.
the showering thing? Wait, what? Huh?
The shower speed run. I think that's what it was. It's like there's a shower speed run. There was a baby, and the baby was pissing, and then I don't know. I forget who it was, but he did the shower speed run so that he could get laid, so that people would think he was cool. It was a little avant-garde. A little
I don't
above your
remember the
head.
shower speedrun thing at
Maybe.
all. To be
Wait.
honest.
From last week, the whole Nate was like going like the beginning of the thing. He was like talking about speed running, getting in the shower and lathering.
Yeah, okay. No, yeah, I do remember. No, yep, got it. All right, I
Yeah,
see. You
So
just
there's like, what if
try baby
what
piss?
if that was? Yeah. What if that was Seinfeld and also said by Real My Ass Batman? That's the voicemail. I think it's pretty good.
That's the voicemail. All right, we did it. We got a little bit of everything in today. And with just the two of us, we can now reap the spoils. We can now reap all that sweet ad revenue from our channel that doesn't fucking exist anymore. I'll be a little embarrassed. I'd be a little embarrassed if like the channel came back and this does go up on the channel. But like
That's fine.
But like it's worth it.
We don't know at the moment.
It's worth the
we
risk.
don't know at the moment. People understand that like if it comes back, then we'll have egg on our face. But at least it'll be
At
a
least
tasty
we'll
egg.
have
That
our-
we could
Yeah.
we can have an egg.
I'm willing to risk it. I'll if that's what it takes. Like I'll be fine. I can accept some embarrassment. Just please, just YouTube. Just don't be fucking shit. Just fucking undo this injustice you have done unto us. Just fix it, please. Please solve the problem that you created for no reason. Thanks. I hate you. Lol. Kill all cops. Done.
All right.
Yeah.
So now the ending preamble that I have not tried myself and I don't know how it goes. Make sure to go to the patreon.com/the Pro Crastinators. Pledge for, is it $5? Gets you access to the bonus episodes.
I think it's $5 for the bonus episodes.
$5 for the bonus episodes. There's like a whole bunch of them.
And I think
pledge
it's $1
any amount of
to
money,
get
and you get
the
into the patron Discord.
Discord. Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's a cool thing. You got there's merch links as well. I don't know fucking what the fuck that is about.
Oh yeah, we have merch. We have shirts. Forgot about that.
They've always been there, but I don't know that.
Do they show up under the videos?
I think they still do. Yeah.
Huh.
They're part of the description.
Neat. Good.
Go
for
to the
them.
Twitter @TPCrastinators to hear about updates on where the fuck the channel is. I think we'll be posting on there and our personal
Probably.
channels.
That's probably the
Twitters.
best place to follow it. Yeah. Send your send your thoughts and prayers, please.
Oh yes.
yeah.
Speakpipe.com. What was it? Speakpipe. Oh, the Procrastinators. I don't know. The link's there.
Link in the description, I guess.
Links in the description to these things, and I think that is the main things.
Duh.
Go see my webcomics on giveandtake.site. Go to my Patreon, giveandtake, patreon.com/giveandtake.
Yes, go to giveandtake.site and go fuck yourself too, listener.
Don't do that. I didn't say that.
Hey.
Disavow that.
Hey, get out of here. Hey, what are you doing watching this show? Don't you know this show is not allowed on YouTube? This show, I don't know. It
took a hard left turn, if you know what I'm saying.
It's a hard R life, if you know what I'm saying.
We've taken over we seized the means of podcast production.
Yeah, that's right.
And now it's a communist podcast, and it's so far left that it's really far left. That's how far left it is.
We're such radical lefties now that we're voting for Joe Biden. We gotta heal. We gotta restore the soul of America. And you can't say that, and you can't say such shit like that without YouTube cracking down on you. Without the liberal elites, the global elites cracking down and saying no 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 no. But we hey guys, oh god, I'm sad. Give him sad. I'm upset. I'm upset about the channel situation. I'm just upset.
Don't worry, Ben.
I'm just upset about the channel situation, and I'm taking it out on you and on all these fine
Don't
people.
worry, Ben. Cry on my shoulder.
Okay,
you can do
I
it.
will probably
Ah,
for
look
a
at this
while.
fag.
Oh jeez, it's sad though. It's a bad day. Having a rough day. Having a rough week so far, and it's only Sunday, Lamau. When we record these on Sundays, by the way. That's the joke. Hey, wait, one last thing. I made more gummy worms.
Do you have something to say? Oh.
Oh
yeah.
I got weird shit. I got Kappa carrageenan. I made some out of carrageenan. They're very strange. They have a very strange texture. The experimentation continues. I got guar gum. I got agar agar. I have big bags of it in my freaking pantry. The carrageenan, very odd goo texture. Might be an interesting to cut with some regular gelatin. Think about it. Okay, that's all I have to say. I just wanted to keep you updated. Yeah, it's my gummy worm corner. Play the jingle about Ben's fucking gummy worm laboratory or whatever. That's a segment now. Getting in before we go. Sorry, I've derailed the end of this thing. They're gonna forget about going to our Patreon. Sorry. Hey, you there?
Goodbye.
Yeah, okay, goodbye. Fucking